Okay, this tutorial is going to give you some directions on how to set up a Google Hangout. Um, we will be using Google Hangouts as a PLC alternative to avoid some travel, communicate through our Google Hangouts, and have the video and the audio going along with the capability of sharing some documents and sharing some screens. So to get started with the Google Hangout, the first thing you need to do is click on the plus sign in your name on the left-hand corner. One of the things I will suggest is you have to have one person start the Hangout, and maybe if the PLC group team leader is the one that initiates it and invites everyone else, and then you would accept the invitation if you are part of that group. So clicking on your name on the left hand side, if you are someone that has a plus sign in the word you, Y-O-U up there, that means you have not set up your account and have not set up your Google Plus account, and you must have that set up in order to participate in a Hangout. So you want to get that done before the first Google Hangout that you are needing to participate in. So when you click on your name, it will take you to Google Plus, and Google Plus is going to look a little bit similar to something like Facebook, with a feed of people's posts and different things on the screen. The option that you're going to go over to is on the right hand side, and you will see that there's these green quotation marks, or green quotation mark icon with the word Hangouts by that. That is where you would initiate a Hangout on a computer. If you would like to use your iPad for Hangouts, the best option would be to download the app called Hangouts. And the app icon looks exactly like that. So from an iPad it would look a little different, but you can download that app and participate in a Hangout that someone invites you to, or add people to your Hangout. And again, you would add people based on your Google Plus account. So from Hangouts here, I would go ahead and start a new Hangout. And this is where from your Google Plus account you would choose people that you'd want to invite. So I'm going to click on a couple. You have a couple options here. This would be to send a chat message or send a message to that group. But for purposes of Hangout, you're going to want the audio and the video. So you click on the video call option, and it will start the Hangout and invite people. The sound you're going to hear is the sound that you will notice if you are receiving a call. So the two people that I invited are hearing this sound on their computer, and they would go to their Google Plus or go to where their notifications are, and they would see a message that says Heather Callahan is inviting you to a Hangout. And from there you would just join the chat or join into the Hangout. What you notice on the bottom of your screen is the pictures of people that are actually joining in. So as people join in, you've got their pictures up here, but as they join in, then their pictures are going to show up down here. Those would be the people that are involved in the Hangout. If you need to add someone later, you would just click on the invite. You could type in their email address or the first couple letters of their name, and you can submit and add that person as well. So if you did not get someone, or maybe there was an error adding someone, you can always invite them again. So I could click on Carolyn again and submit, and it would call her again. A couple things for troubleshooting purposes that you might want to double check as you're going along. If you're having trouble hearing someone, or them, excuse me, if you're having trouble with them hearing you, the microphone icon up here. If you mute the microphone, you won't be able to, they won't be able to hear you. The camera icon, if you turn the camera off, then your image down below will display what is connected to your Google Plus profile. So that would be something. Sometimes if I need to step away, if I'm in a Google Hangout, I need to step away for a minute, and I don't want people to see the background of what's on the background, or just a blank screen. I'll just turn off the video, and I can still hear what's going on, but maybe I have stepped away from the camera. This is where you would hang up or exit when you're done. The next pieces of information that you would need would be along the left-hand side. Google Drive would be a great tool as far as sharing documents. If you click on Google Drive, then you are able to create a shared note and from that note you can start typing, and anyone in the Google Hangout would be able to see that. If they have their Google Drive on the left hand side, they can see as you're typing in or as you're making changes here. One thing that I have learned with the Google Drive stuff involving Hangouts is that the document that you're working on, as long as everybody in the Hangout actually types one thing or types a letter or something in that document, then when the Hangout is over, they are able to see that document or have access to it later for reference. If we have 3 people in the Hangout and 2 of them type on the document and 1 of them does not, the person that did not type anything or add anything to that document would not have access to that, or it would not show up in their drive after the Hangout was over. So it's important that you, at least I always tell people, just go in and type your name at the top just to show that you were part of it and that you would have access. Even if that's the only thing you add to the document, at least you have it. If you have a document that you've been working on, same type of thing, add it in there, and then people that have added something to it can have access to it when it's over. If you want to add in the chat feature on the right hand side, when you click on that, you are able to chat. So if you need a back channel or some side conversation going on, that would be something you could do on the right hand side if somebody had questions as you were going through. And then the last thing you may or may not need would be screen share. If there's something on your screen, maybe a website or something, or you want to show a tutorial that's not related to a Google Drive document, if you want to share your screen, you can share screens too so that people in your group can see that. So just a couple things. Down at the bottom would be all the people involved. If you want that person to show up in the main screen, if you click on them, down from the bottom, then the person that you click on would show up in the main screen. Otherwise, it's usually the person that is speaking, or I guess it's kind of making the most noise. So that would be some basics on setting up a Google Hangout. When you're done, you would just click on the Hang Up button on the right hand side. So please make sure you check this out before next week, and email me if you have any questions.